leaks were certainly expected, maybe not on this level. And this story from Engadget talking about how now gameplay footage and even the ROM of this game of Tears of the Kingdom have surfaced after people have taken what was assumed to be early access copies or copies that broke street date and dumping those ROM files and just making them publicly available. So, a lot of people right now are that are diehard fans of the series and want to do the right thing and wait until that release. Are saying, you know what, I'm gonna peace out from social media for like 2 weeks, and I'll see you all on the other side, and rightfully so. I mean, and Barry, I'll throw this over to you. We expect leaks, even with a company that is as I would say, is able to circle the wagons around their game releases like Nintendo does. When the press gets involved, or street dates and people holding physical versions of games, and a game like the Switch that will let you load a cart and play it without an internet connection, right? It's really hard to try and avoid these types of leaks. But did you think it would happen on this scale?
Uh, yes, unfortunately, because we live in a society where it's just instant gratification. People want instant gratification. And the problem with instant gratification is it's not as rewarding. You just get it and you're instantly like, what's the next thing? So, as exciting, like I would love to be able to play Zelda right now, but I'm waiting. And part of that wait is really what makes it so rewarding when I finally put that cartridge into the Switch and I boot it up and I play it, because it's like it's culminating to this moment, going to the midnight release, talking with other fans, just part of that experience. And you know what? Not everybody's into that, and that's fine. And if you want that instant gratification and you're able to get it now, and like first off, I mean it's legal, at least purchase it and give money to Nintendo. You're playing a little early, but it's also one of those cases where just don't spoil it for other people. Like I mean I remember when Sixth Sense came out in theaters, and if you didn't see it that first weekend, which as a kid I didn't see it, and it was spoiled for me, like it was so many other people, it was just spoiled, and it ruined the experience for everybody else. And I don't know why people feel they want to ruin the experience for other people, why they want to post spoilers so quickly. And it's not just general people. News articles do it too. Like I see, like IGN doing like the Mandalorian episode comes out and they put spoilers right in the title on the day it comes out. Like give people time to get home from work and watch the show. I don't understand it. I
Mhm.
don't understand the need. It's like, oh yeah, I got it. I'm gonna be the one to tell you this. Like you get like a badge of honor or something. Like no, you get punched in the face. People don't want to be spoiled. I
Yeah.
mean, just it's like Empire Strikes Back. If someone's never saw it and they're watching it for the first time, and you're like, Vader is Luke's father. What? You just killed that entire gravitas of the scene. Like that just derails that whole
Yeah.
thing. Why would you do that? Why would you rob somebody of that experience?
Yeah.
So I do not agree with piracy. I do not agree that like things like this, whoever leaked it, they're dead. Like Nintendo's going to go after them, and they have every right to go after them, and I don't fault them.
Yeah.
This is like their moneymaker. This is something like you said, 6 years in the making. This is not, and people think Nintendo is like this big overpowering thing. Nintendo's made up of a ton of people. Like you're talking hundreds of people's 6 years worth of their life. They've worked on this. They've put together scenes that they're like, I can't wait for people to be excited about this or surprised about this reveal or whatever, just to have it ruined.
Yeah.
Like, no, no, don't do that.
Don't.
You're really crushing people's spirits.
It's savage. And I mean, Brad, you look at what's happening right now with Nintendo in general, right? On the movie side of things, right? Now they have this massive blockbuster of a movie. The Super Mario Brothers movie grossed over $1 billion now, easily, handily eclipsing the what was the most successful box office release animated movie of all time, Frozen 2. But there was, I think it was a whole country, it was like Argentina, aired the entire movie on TV, and now Nintendo's coming after them. And now somebody used the Twitter subscription, right? Because you can upload bigger videos. They uploaded the entire Mario Brothers movie to an account. Everybody, millions watched it there. It just seems like Nintendo, if you're in their legal circle, they're just in overdrive like these last couple of weeks with trying to deal with people.
Yeah, I mean, Barry's points are well heard and well respected. I think to me, Yes, we're in a day and age where technology, I mean, look at what AI is doing today. Chat GPT, you're hearing people being voices being able to be mimicked and replicated to almost perfection. I mean, the ability for companies to control their IPs in a digital world is becoming more and more difficult. It just is. And it kind of leads me to think that I think where they should be going, and it's hard when you can't tease even something to your consumer base because you want to keep them wet, wet at the palate, to go with the surprise release. Do not say anything, right? Go the Apex Legends route. Just drop something like, a new Zelda game out of the blue when they're least expecting it so that it goes live for everyone at the same time. There's no room or opportunity for there to be leaks or for someone to, upload a pirated version to for folks to download and try themselves or check out and provide the spoilers to the masses. Go with a different strategy and see if that allows you to really nip a lot of this in the bud, because I feel like we've said, this is now becoming a common occurrence. It's becoming the standard practice for every new AAA game release. There hasn't been a AAA game release with like upfront media, packages and updates and hyping for a release date that something like someone finally people know how to go to that person in each company, pay them enough money and say, hey, give us a version of something that we can leak and we'll reward you
Mm.
financially. And so there's this sacrifice going on for the betterment of one for the loss of many. And so why not keep it behind closed doors and just drop it out of the blue? I mean, it's worked in the
They
music industry. I mean,
they won't
Taylor
do that.
Swift, Beyonce, all these artists have dropped albums overnight with no hoopla, no fanfare, and they go on to do extremely well. So
Well, see,
why
here's
not
this.
do that from a gaming
First off, you
standpoint?
can't do that. Nintendo actually did that in a sense with this game, right? We knew next to nothing about this game up until like what, 2 months ago when we had the 10-minute
Yeah.
direct and then the final trailer. Like we really knew
So
nothing.
don't do that. Don't do
So,
that.
but here's the thing: you can't just drop a game and go, it's up. Like there's shadow drops, of course, for smaller games. You can't do it for Zelda because one reason they've got contracts in place with retailers, right? They've got contracts with Walmart and Target and Best Buy and GameStop that if they were just magically do that, they would lose 100% of the physical sales. They would breach contracts with all of those. They won't do that. What they're going to do is they can send that stuff out there. They would have to do an announcement a month before, get pre-orders in there, get that hype because you have to remember shadow drops also don't get that same hype as that build, and they want to build. They're very good about keeping things close to their chest and reviewing things a month or two out. And that's good. I like that.
But what
Um,
don't you want to alter the supply and demand angle and say, hey, there's not a lot of supply, high demand, it just came out, go find it if you can, and it creates this energy to go find the game and buy it legally instead of try to search for it and download it
no, because
illegally.
that hurts the supply. I want there to be ample supply for everybody that wants it and be able to do that. If you look at Nintendo, we know they can't handle it right. Look at what happened with Xenoblade Chronicles 3, right? They put a special edition up on their website exclusive and it crashed their website. It crashed the website so many times that they had to re-put it up another day, and that also crashed the website, and tons of people did not get it. That should have been an open pre-order. That should have been fine for their site. They should have been able to handle it, and everyone should have gotten what they wanted instead of people being upset. Then you look at Metroid Prime Remastered. That came out of nowhere. They announced the physical like 2 weeks before it dropped. Pre-orders sold out, copies sold
Mm.
out. Nintendo was like, "Oh, I didn't expect that much demand," and they had to reprint more. People, meanwhile, bought it from scalpers, and they wanted that physical. So they have
But
not
what
handled it
happens
well.
if you have a leak and you've mass produced the physical and now you've got a huge inventory that's not going anywhere
Oh, it's
because people
going.
are
It's going.
They're
downloading it
gonna
for
suck
free?
Oh,
those
it's
games at
going.
Zelda.
It's going to. Like, first off, you have collect. You're talking Zelda. Like, you're not talking Redfall
Yeah.
or something that is a new IP that not a lot of people know about
then
or
then if
care.
you guys are saying that it's guaranteed, then I would believe that this is part of their strategy. Then I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna go devil's advocate with you that this is intended spoilers, intended leaks, that they
You know what?
want this publicity to
It
sell
could be.
copies.
However, I'm going to flip it right back at you. It also hurts future games because look at Super Smash Bros. Brawl. which had the subspace emissary, which was so much fun seeing all the characters in these CG cutscenes together, and those leaked. And Sakurai was so distraught that he did not do that anymore. That was supposed to be for Smash 4. He's like, I'm not going to waste my time and money to put together this crafted story for people to experience it when it's just going to leak and it's going to lose that impact. You don't see the cutscenes in the intended order.
Yeah.
And as somebody who has personally written directs, we did a direct 2 directs ago. We revealed a special cut of it at Midwest Gaming Classic, and we told everybody, do not, like, this is a special screening. The direct was literally the next day, like 2 days later. It was 2 days. We revealed it on Saturday. The direct premiere was Monday. It was like, keep this hush hush. You're part of a secret group that knows these games. You're 2 days. One person immediately went to Twitter and did it. And I was heartbroken because we write the direct and we do all this stuff because we want people to be surprised. What's the point in putting on a show if you're just instantly thrown on the surprises? Yeah. Like Nintendo, when they put on a Nintendo Direct, it's an event. It costs money, it costs time, it costs writing, it costs working with all these developers. They could just put out a press release, here's all the games with lists of them. And it wouldn't be as the fun. Who would want that?
You would save all the overhead, right?
You would save all the overhead, but it would lose all the charm.
100%, 100%. Nick, where do you come in on this? Where we Barry and I have had a good. This is even the hot take segment. We're going back and forth already.
The energy between you two. Listen, Barry. Normally, Brad, we call him Devil's Bradvocate because, like I said, Bruno and I we disagree on stuff, and then Brad's like, "Here's the other side." And Barry, you're just flipping that coin as soon as it gets flipped, man. That was beautiful. I think the one thing that we can all agree on is that if you don't want to be spoiled on Tears of the Kingdom, stay off most of the internet.
Yeah.
Quit the bill.